Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, students. How are you today? I hope everyone is happy and healthy. Today, we will study together with the material everyone knows. What are we going to learn now? Let's look at the following picture. What do you think after seeing this picture? Princess, castle, animal, bird, Cinderella, what else? Rapunzel? Okay, thank you. From what you mentioned earlier, can you guess what we will learn today? Yeah, we will learn about narrative text. Before going to the material, let us know the basic competencies and core competencies first. Basic competencies membedakan fungsi sosial, struktur teks, dan unsur kebahasaan beberapa teks naratif lisan dan tulis dengan memberi dan meminta informasi terkait legenda rakyat sederhana sesuai dengan konteks penggunaannya. And then core activities, the first, mengidentifikasi fungsi sosial, struktur teks, dan unsur kebahasaan, adjective, action verb, past tense, and verb of time dari cerita naratif. The second, menentukan unsur kebahasaan, adjective, action verb, past tense, dan verb of time, teks naratif terkait legenda rakyat. Third, menjelaskan informasi dari cerita legenda rakyat tertulis sederhana berdasarkan struktur teks naratif. Fourth, menentukan struktur teks naratif tulis sederhana tentang legenda rakyat. Narrative text is an imaginary story that aims to entertain the reader. Of course, the name of an imaginary story is not true because it could be just imagination or a fictional story made by someone or a story made by a group of people that are proven to be true. Examples of the narrative texts are Cinderella, Sangkuriang, Snow White, Rabbit and a Crocodile, and extract. For more detailed explanation, please listen carefully to explanation. Okay, next is generic structure of narrative text. The first is orientation. Orientation, or so-called introduction, contains about who, when, where a story is set. Second, complication. Complication tells the beginning of the problem that causes the peak of the problem or what is commonly known as the climax. This section usually involves the main character of the story. Third, resolution. This section is the end of the story or in the form of a solution to the problem that occurred. Problem can be solved, can be for better or even worse, which will make the story end happily or vice versa. Sometimes some resolutions are other problems to solve. It is deliberately created by the author to increase and maintain interest and tension for the readers. Usually, this type of resolution is found in the mysteries and horror genre. Fourth, reorientation. The part is the closing of a story which is optional. Reorientation can contain moral lesson, suggestion, or teaching from the author. Do you know what is the purpose of narrative text? Yes, purpose of narrative text is to entertain readers with a story. Do you know the characteristic or feature of narrative text language? Yes, past tense, adverb of times, time conjunction, and special character. The character of the story is specific, not general, like Cinderella, Snow White, Alibaba, and etc. Action verb. The verb that denotes action like kill, dig up, walk. Life speech. It's comic the story like life. Like Snow White said, "My name is Snow White." The speech immediately used the present tense. We analyze about Cinderella's story. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful girl called Cinderella. She lived with her stepsisters and stepmother. They were very bossy. She had to do all the housework. It includes orientation because it describes who, when, and where is set. One day, an invitation to the ball came to the family. Her stepsister did not let her go, so Cinderella was sad. The stepsisters went to the ball without her. This section includes complication because it starts to explain the problem that occurs to the climax of the problem. Fortunately, the good fairy came and helped her to get to the ball. At the ball, Cinderella danced with the prince. The prince fell in love with her. Then he married her. They lived happily ever after. This section includes resolution because it began to explain the problem that has occurred, has ended, or has found a solution to the problem. The ball in the story means the party. It's not a ball. I have one story here. Please create a group of 4 until 5 people, then discuss an analysis of the generic structure of the text entitled "The Rabbit and the Turtle" above. What our moral value can be taken from the text above, and then one representative will read the result of the discussion you have had. Unfortunately, our meeting this time has to end here. And for homework, please find one narrative text, underline the characteristics, then analyze the generic structure and moral value taken from the narrative text. Thank you very much for your attention, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.